Family members become major players in recovery. We've come to realize in the last few years that they are the crisis management, they are the housing people, they provide financial support, emotional support, they become often case management, they become the advocate for the person who's ill, they speak on their behalf at everywhere from the ODSP office to sometimes the courthouse. And they become the lifeline. And often, when a person isn't well, it's the family member who has to step up. And about 70% of people with a mental illness live with a family member. And of that other 30%, about 70% of that group have daily or weekly contact with a family member. So that tells you how much of a role family members play in the recovery and in helping their family member live and cope in their life with mental illness.
There are various roles that family members play. They play as a caregiver, the parent, the brother, the sister, but as well advocates in the community because they want to help the person with a mental health concern. So therefore they're out there trying to find the appropriate services, trying to get involved in social activities or event in order to get that assistance. So they're not only playing the brother, the sister role or the mother, but as well as advocates and frontline caregivers, as well as many social workers, I would say, because they're doing all that.
My parents had issues with language, so I was already kind of part of the process, kind of translating and acting as an interpreter, diplomat, all these kinds of things, you know. And I find that with children of parents of immigrants that having difficulty with language, I felt I was very part of the process. From visits to doctors, translating letters, phone calls. So I was kind of really feeling like I was really a part of the recovery process. That I wasn't off on the sidelines just watching. That they really pulled me in and said, you know what, we need your help. With this, and this, and I felt like I was part of the process. So I think, tackling things as a family is a huge part of our recovery process.
So as a family member, I feel I've kind of worn a lot of hats and played a lot of different roles in the family, being mother to my siblings, being parent to my parents, being the educator, being the one taking control and saying this is what needs to be done, this is where we need to go to get help. We need professional help. Just talking about it as a family is not going to do anything anymore. That's a good thing to do, but we need to go beyond that now. We need professional help. We need to see a doctor or a counselor or a psychiatrist. We need to go to support groups. We need to educate ourselves.
My closest friend in the world, my sister, took a completely different tact. She basically said, what do we do? How do we do it? What do I have to do? How can I help you? And she was the one who visited me constantly, even when I didn't want her to, even when I was angry, even when I was in such despair that her very presence, it didn't matter. I am always going to be here. I am always going to fight for you. We are never going to give up. Never. We're never going to give. We will find the right medication. We will find the right doctor. We will find the right treatment.
It takes tremendous energy, and it really does feel like okay, we're launched on a long-term project here. It's very complex. There are many players, but it's all with a view towards restoring the emotional health of your loved one. So, and it's a very long process. It's a very long process. It requires a great deal of patience. It requires just that ability to hang on, and to recover. There's a whole recovery phase whereby you feel like you've been dealt a blow by life, and you need to slowly get back to a sense that, no, you know, this has been a tremendous blow, but we will survive, we will recover, and we will move forward, that life can be good again.